So day one of Sam Darnold at Jets camp is in the books. You know, it took a little longer than everyone I think expected. Everyone would have liked on either side, but he's finally in training camp. He practiced today on Monday. But the question before we really break down how he played and how he looks and the quarterback competition is, was the holdout worth it? Did Sam Darnold get what he wanted out of this holdout, and was it more beneficial to him to hold out than it was costly for him to do so? I mean, obviously, he misses 3 training camp practices, his first 3 training camp practices. He misses 1 in pads. It's not an ideal start by any stretch, but, Todd Bowles, Mike McCagnon, they both kind of shrugged it off today. They did say it's just 1 padded practice, and, it's early in training camp. He's still got plenty of time to catch up. So that's the good news. And obviously, I mean, it really comes down to here kind of a cost-benefit analysis. Was that cost and what he didn't get, which is the offset language, the offset language still wound up in his contract. So, that's something he still has to deal with despite the holdout. He wasn't able to get that out of his contract, but he did get a few concessions because he caved on the offset language. He got the default language stripped out of his contract, so he protected himself a little bit in case he ever gets fined or suspended. He's going to get roster bonuses even if he shows up to training camp and is on the active non-football injury list. So that's a win for him. And, all $20 million of his signing bonus are going to be paid within the next 15 days. So Sam Darnold is about to become a pretty wealthy guy, is that a major win? Who knows? Is it really that beneficial to have it paid out quickly as opposed to over a long period of time when you're going to get the money anyway? I mean, it's not a major thing, but apparently it's something he wanted, so it's good for him. So really it all comes down to how Darnold feels. I mean, if he feels more secure in his future and in his livelihood now than he would have without those concessions, then the holdout was well worth it in his eyes, and he can move forward from here. And but the flip side is also true. If he didn't feel like he got enough, if he isn't able to catch up as quickly as he thinks he should be able to after missing 3 practices, then no, the holdout wasn't worth it. So, I mean, basically it boils down to we're going to have to see how it plays out on the field. Unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to ask him and see if he has any regrets about the holdout or anything like that. The Jets didn't make him available to media after practice. We'll get those answers on Wednesday. But for now, I guess the answer is kind of still up in the air. Was it worth it? We're going to find out. We'll see how quickly he catches up, and it all depends on how he feels. If he feels he got what he needed to out of this holdout, then sure, then it's worth it. If not, then maybe he angered some Jets fans and soured some relationships without actually getting anything out of it. We'll just have to wait and see.